So we're going to introduce the Utopia system. Sorry, Danish is not my first language. The Utopia system solves the problem of mobility in Nord-West-Rundel. Did I do that better? And right there. The issues that we see in Nord-West-Rundel are collection, connection, and commuting issues in the future. Those are the three things that this neighborhood's going to go and have problems with in terms of mobility.
So our point of view for this is that there is not enough space in Copenhagen. Right now there's an acceptable amount of space, but in the future we'll have no space at all. This is going to create long-term problems for Copenhagen, and it's just going to get worse if we don't do anything about it. So our concept is we want to make it easier. We want to get 9 out of 10 cars out of Copenhagen. They're just sitting there parked, taking up space that people can use. We want to make Nord-Rundel a carless zone.
So the Utopia system takes collecting power, collecting resources, connecting people within this community as being the most diverse neighborhood here, and commuting, getting to and from this neighborhood as its principles. The first stat you need to know is that this is how many people have moved into Denmark in this quarter. Like, that's the stats right now on how many people live here. And that's today. So 10 years from now, that's a lot of people. So this isn't just going to be Danes. It's going to be people from other places. And this is a problem with mobility. Because when I came here and I did a survey, about 20% of us had no power, sometimes no water, no clue, and no language. And that's a problem that other immigrants will have too. And then you go from the residents who are Danish here. And one of the issues with mobility is a people issue, especially from a Danish perspective, because we interviewed some, and this area they think isn't as beautiful as other areas. And it's actually, this architectural problem is actually a barrier to connecting with the newly landed people of this community. Because why would they stay here when other neighborhoods are better? They get them more things. So it's actually a barrier to connecting people. And which further creates a call to action to all of us creatives, because our designs actually create community. It actually creates meaningful connection and mobilizes us. So go us.
Right, so the commuting problem in Copenhagen looks like this right now. So every year we basically waste 1.6 million Danish crowns, or 3 billion crowns, because people they're late for work, they're stuck in traffic, can't get to work.
Also, a fun fact, 200 hours this week were missed collectively by us because we were stuck in walking traffic and pedestrian traffic. So it's a lot of time wasted as well. Traffic lights create a lot of wasted time. So those are the ideas we're thinking of. Our ideas that we're applying through the system of Utopia and Link, which is our model, is utopian. And fun fact, Sir Thomas More's birthday, the founder of Utopian Ideas, this 500th birthday is this year. So it's interesting that those connect with our system. Utopia is a system and a series of microsystems. we're kind of thinking about what sustainable means in a different way. This is a shot of what we're going to go into now. But before we do that, self-sustainability, it's a buzzword that is kind of confusing, and what we think it really means when people say it and they care about it is that it's long-range focused, it cares about self-generation for the future, it uses biomimicry, so it mirrors the natural world, and it views positive change slowly. So it slows down progress, and it creates a sense of community. So the system we're making is also adaptable to this neighborhood. So those are the ideas we're thinking of when we're designing what we've designed. So this is a shot of Link. It's a microsystem within the Utopia model of thinking. Below there is a water, the columns are actually collecting rainwater, and they're collecting power, and all of that creates money so that the residents don't have to pay for a fancy new system to help them just get what they need. It goes back into the community, and they have clean drinking water that's accessible to them, filtered through the architecture, and power. The location we chose is the roundabout, right there, as a first test site for Link, which can spread as a web throughout the community. And it adapts to the actual street that needs specific things.
Right. So another microsystem in the Utopia model is our car sharing system. It's kind of like Uber, the future version of Uber. You use your app or iPads displays placed along the walkway to call a self-driving car to your location. You don't need to have a private owned car to use a car in this neighborhood. You call the car, wait a couple of minutes, get in, and drive to wherever you want. The price of this is it's lower the more people get into the car. So if you want to share like a car with 4 more people, it's free. If you're just one person getting one car, then you have to pay a bit extra. But we want to really
that happens. So what we want to do with this and with the whole Link model is, oh thanks. I don't love mice. So what we want to do with the Link system is make it accessible. We want to make it not 9 out of 10 cars being lost, but unnecessary. So if you have a family of 4, it's free to ride a car, and you don't even actually have to be really lucid in the car. You can actually, you could have a drink or 2 in the car, because you're not actually driving the car, it's automated. And it's just taking you for a ride, and then you can focus on your family, that presentation you got to do at work. The technology becomes about your need. And if you're just one person, then you pay a little more, because you're taking up more energy. So it becomes sustainability in a really ground level way, and it's free. And the power in the water system is free. And this is one system of many that would be implemented with a new idea of green mobility. So all these systems are really just small systems that work together just like nature does. The Utopia and the Link products, they just use good design thinking to make this community collect, commute, and connect better. Thanks.